Alright, welcome to this video guys. I'm so proud of you. If you're watching the series from the beginning and you reach to this, your consistency is really appreciated. And if you're new to this video, I welcome you to this video guys, where we will be learning what is Apex and what is Stories, how to create Apex and Stories in Jira. So first of all, I'll give you a quick overview what is Apex and what is Stories. Apex is large business requirement usually given by the customers, and Stories are small business requirement which are retrieved from Apex by the product owner. So in this example, we have browse as an Apex, where Stories are browsed by category, browsed by keyword. Register is one of the Apex whose stories are register on website, register by Google. Payment is one of the Apex whose stories are e-banking, payment by e-banking, or debit card and credit card. So remember this example because we're going to implement exactly this in Jira. So I'm opening this Jira's dashboard. Here, first thing you must understand in Jira is everything in Jira is issue. Be it bug, story, task, Epic, everything is issue in Jira. So in order to create any issue, you are supposed to click on this button called create. There are many options. You can click on this create, you can go to backlog also and click on create issue. I mean, you can navigate through anything in Jira because Jira gives you multiple way to do the same thing. So don't get confused, you can click anywhere. So we are choosing this way. I'll click on create and the window for issue is opening. Guys, if you are seeing a smaller window, you can click on create button again and you may see a bigger pop-up. So here we'll choose the issue type. So issue type in this case is Epic. See, we have multiple options. We will be choosing Epic because we are intended to create Epic in this case. Who will be creating Epics and Stories in product backlog? Product owner. So you must remember this. So it's a job of product owner to create Epics and Stories, and Epics and Stories will be created in a module called backlog. Here, status of the Epic is to do. That means we are just writing it. Nobody is working on it yet. Summary. In summary, you can write this. Student must be able to browse the course. I'm making Epic for browse option. So I'm writing student must be able to browse the course. This is the summary. Although guys, it depends upon the product owner. He can make it as descriptive as possible so that developers can understand it better. Now, parent, there is no parent hierarchy to this. So I'm leaving it as it is. We come to description. Again, in description, product owner will be describing the Epic little more clearly by giving more description to it. So I'll write with browse option, students will be able to browse courses in different categories and with different keywords. So now we'll prioritize the Epic. Of course, in product backlog, the stories and Epics are sitting there after getting prioritized. So product owner will give priority to this Epic. It is highest. Choose a team. If the team is already associated to this issue, we can choose the team. We are leaving this empty. No labels are there. If there is any references, any wireframes, product owner wants to attach anything to this to describe it more, they can. So this is for that option. We'll scroll down. Assignee. Let's say I'm clicking on assign to me. I'm acting as a product owner. So let's say I'm saying assign to me. I'm leaving this print option as empty. If you want to create any other issue also, you can choose this option of create another. And with this, you will see this window will remain open. This window will not be closed and you can create another issue. But let's say if you don't wish to create any other issue, you can uncheck it and click on create. This window will close and then you need to click on create button again if you wish to create another issue. Right now for a moment I'm unchecking this and I'm clicking on create. Once you click on create, you will see the issue is created. If you wish to see the Epic now, you can click on this link. This issue I created previously, so you can just ignore this. This is the issue we just created. This is student must be able to browse the course. This is the Epic which I have created. Now what we'll be doing is, as per my example, we will be linking stories to this Epic. So now let's get started and create stories and then link stories to this Epic. So now again we'll click on create and we'll choose issue type as story. Again to do, what is the summary? Summary is browse by category, select parent. I can choose this Epic as a parent, so I'm attaching that. Here This is description box, guys. In description, you will describe this story as much as possible so that developers and team can understand it better. So what you include in description? First thing is you must write who, what, why. These three are mandatory to write when you're writing a user story. Who? As a student, what? I should be able to browse the courses by category. So in what I'm writing, I should be able to browse the course by category. Why? So that it's easy for me to browse. In this, I'm covering who? Student. What? They should be able to browse the course by category. Why? So that it's easy for them to browse. So I'm covering three factors: who, what, why. After this, we will go for acceptance criteria. In acceptance criteria, you will be writing the scenario in the form of given, when, then. What is given, when, then? Given is for the precondition. For this scenario, what will be the precondition? So this is precondition. When are the steps, and then is the expected result. For example, given student must be browse option. When student click on browse by category option, then what should happen? Then student must see all the courses as per the category. So this is acceptance criteria. You can style this also by making it bold, italic, you can do so. After this, there are some supported models. If you want to give some supported models like how you want it to be viewed, you can keep that. So this is the information that product owner or business analyst will be giving in this description box. Priority, of course, we'll prioritize this story also. So I'm keeping this story as highest priority. Let's come down. If the team is selected, then we can choose the team. Here the product owner will be attaching all the required references, any wireframes, any pictures to explain this better, any Word document to explain this better, they can attach it here. Blocked by the issue, there is no issue blocked to. We have not created sprint yet, so I'm not attaching any sprint to it. So this is how you can create a story. So I'll create two stories to show you example. I'm not choosing this option to create another because I'll show you different way of creating the story now. So we'll click on create and the story is created. You will see story in the backlog. See, browse by category. So here, now the second way of creating the same thing. So you can either go here or you can click on create issue from here. So here, what needs to be done? So I'll write browse by keyword and you will press enter. So you will see this appearing in the backlog. You will add Epic to this also. So plus Epic, and here I'm choosing Epic related to it. Again, if you want to add details to it, you can double click and you will see, I'll click on OK here. You will see same window opening here. So here you can add description by saying same thing, who, what, acceptance criteria, etc. You can add it here. Then you can assign also, you can prioritize this. I'm prioritizing this as, let's say, low, and accordingly if there is any comments, we can give the comments. And this is how you can add story from backlog also. So that's all. Just close this and you will see everything is updated here. So guys, this is how you can create epics as well as link those epics to the stories. Well, I hope you understood the complete explanation. Whether you're working as a tester, business analyst, product owner, or developer, we have all of you covered in this. I advise you to watch the complete series so that you can understand not only your role and responsibility in Jira, but how other team members are collaborated here. With that note, guys, I'll see you in the next video, so stay tuned. Thanks.